All right. What's up? What's up? What's going on? How's everybody doing? Welcome to Financial Lit Fridays. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. Let's get this thing going. Hope you're having a great Friday. Hope you're enjoying yourself on this Friday, y'all. Come on in. Let's get it to 1,000 likes. Let's go ahead and get this thing to 1,000 likes, y'all. Let's go ahead and get it to 1,000 likes. As you come in, as new people come in, as those that are coming in, if you are new, if you've never been on this live before, let me know if this is your first time. Also, let me know where you from, all right? Let me know where you from. Drop the city or the state that you're representing. I'd love to see where everybody is from. And then let me know if this is your first time. Let's get this to 1,000 likes. Go ahead and double tap. Let's get it to 1,000 likes. Let's get this thing going. Let's have a good time. Let's talk. Let's learn. Let's get some coaching. Let's get some education. All of that good stuff, y'all. So welcome. Let me know where you from. And let me know if this is your first time on the live. Let's get this thing going. Mizzo, what's going on from Raleigh, North Carolina? The key is me from, what's that? New York City. Huff from Georgia. What's going on? I appreciate y'all for being in the building. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Welcome to Financial Lit Fridays, y'all. I'm glad that y'all are here. I'm glad that y'all are tuned in. I'm glad y'all want to learn more about money. I'm glad y'all want to get y'all money in order. I'm glad y'all want to live abundantly. I'm glad y'all want to be prosperous. I'm glad for all of that stuff. So if you are looking for any of that, you definitely in the right place. For those that are coming in, let's get it to 1,000 likes. Let me know where you from, and let me know if this is your first time on the live. Let's get it to 1,000 likes immediately, y'all. Let's get this thing going, and then we'll dig deep. We'll get into class or this coaching session tonight on whatever y'all want to talk about. Really, I got a few things that I want to show y'all. I got a few things that I want to go over. Starting with this, how to invest. I think that's a big one. I'm gonna show y'all some other stuff, such as how much money to invest per month. Depending on how much you invest over a certain amount of years, this is how much you can end up with, depending on a specific situation, versus another set of years, so a longer time frame. So I'm gonna show y'all the difference between that, because I want y'all to understand the importance of investing, because investing is important. In order to beat inflation, in order to keep up with inflation, we have to invest. We have to put our money to work. We can't be sitting our money in the bank all the time. That's one of the don'ts of money. Do not save all your money. Okay, we cannot save all of our money in the bank. We need to invest it. So let's get this thing to 1,000 likes, y'all. I appreciate every single one of y'all for being on here. Let me know where you from, and let me know if this is your first time in the comments. Okay, as y'all do that, I do want to let y'all know I'm the founder of the Money Mindset League. This is a group of over 2,000 people. We got 2,000 people inside of our group now. People that want to make more money, save more money, and invest more money. If you want to be a part of that, make sure you join our group. That's at the link in the bio. We do savings challenges. We do education in there. I'm answering questions in there all day, pretty much. We just did a class the other day, so we do classes as well. That is not going out to the public, only for the people inside of our group. And you're able to get all these video notes that I drop in all my videos inside the group as well. This is all for free. So if you want to join our group, make sure you tap into our group at the link in the bio. You can do that straight here from the live. Just tap my profile picture up there, and then tap the link. And then you need to click on join the community. Okay. And then that's how you're going to be able to join and get involved with our community. It's called the Money Mindset League. I appreciate that. Thank you, Tia. Thank you so much. Yeah, I do keep it 100%. Definitely join, y'all. Definitely join. Okay. The other thing. Okay. I do have an ebook. My ebook is going to show you how to set up your financial foundation step by step. Basically, how I did it personally, all the systems that I put in place, everything that I use for investing, for money management, all that stuff. Okay. That's my ebook. My ebook is only $15 while I'm live. Okay. It's only $15 while I'm live. After this live, it goes back up to $27. So if you've been waiting to get my ebook, make sure you grab my ebook. That's going to help you get your money right, help you create the foundation that you need so that you can have a foundation and begin to get your money right, and live abundantly. and become financially free. So grab the ebook. That's at the link in the bio. $15 only versus $27 after the live. Okay. Next order of business, y'all. Before we get to the live, let's get it to 1,000 likes. Double tap. Next order of business is if you have any questions. I see some people asking questions already. If you have some questions, okay, make sure you put it into the Q&A box. Put your questions into the Q&A box. That way I'm able to answer them at the end when we do a Q&A. Okay, that way I'm able to answer them at the end when we do the Q&A. Because while I'm going through this, I'm gonna be going through this. I'm gonna be focused on this. I'm gonna have to move out the way so that y'all can screenshot, because I know that's coming sometime down the line, right? But any questions that you have, make sure you put them in the Q&A box. I'm only one person. I'm not gonna be able to answer all of them. So the best way to get your question answered is to put it into the Q&A box. All right. So if Erica is on here, I don't know if Erica is on here or not, but Erica is usually the moderator inside the group. She'll be inside the live. She'll be able to help you as well with any questions. She's a part of our coaching program that we have inside of the group. Okay, so let's start, y'all. Welcome to Financially Lit Fridays. This is where I give you free coaching, free live coaching, free education, free tips on the money game, how to get good with the money game, how to invest, how to manage your money, budgeting, all that good stuff. That's what we do every single Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on TikTok. So if you want to learn more about money, you want to get your money up, you want to become financially savvy, financially literate, this is the place for you, and you are in the right place. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this thing started, y'all. I want to talk about investing. Again, if you have any questions, put them in the Q&A box. That way I can get to them at the end. Right? So how many of you here are investing currently? Put a yes or no in the chat. And if you are new, if you just hopped into the live, let me know where you're from and if this is your first time on my live. If you're new, all right, let me know where you're from and let me know if this is your first time on the chat. So I see some yeses. I see some nopes. I see a lot more no's than yeses, though. I see a lot more yeses. See a lot more no's than yeses. All right. Boom. So we got a lot of people. Dang, we got Phoenix. We got a bunch of people. St. Louis, Ohio. Okay, a lot of people here for the first time. So I'm going to go through this really quickly. Well, not really quickly. I'm going to go through it thoroughly just so you understand exactly, what investing is, how to invest, the different things that you can invest in, all that type of stuff. All right. So let's start here. And if y'all need a screenshot, okay, as I said, I'm going to go through each one of these. And then as I go through, okay, I'm going to step to the side so that y'all can screenshot. All right. So if you need to screenshot right now, you can go ahead before I get started. And then we're going to go ahead and go. All right. So I'm going to give y'all like 5 seconds to screenshot. 5 seconds to screenshot. If you don't know how to clear the comments, I believe you just swipe left and that clears the comments. Okay. But now you can take a screenshot in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right. So let's get going. So here's how we're going to invest money. This is how we invest. This is how we get our money working for us. This is how we beat inflation. This is how we grow wealth, right? This is how we create generational wealth by investing. Okay. One of the best places to invest, in my opinion. Now there's different ways to invest. There's different asset classes to invest in. There's a whole bunch of different things to invest into. But one of my favorite is the stock market. So tonight, what we're going to talk about is how to invest into the stock market, what happens when you invest. I see somebody ask, do I just let my stock sit there? Right. We're going to talk about that a little bit tonight as well. Okay. So number one, the first thing that you want to do is find a brokerage or an investment bank that has these features. Okay. These features are very important. These features are very, 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 very important. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why. So starting with no trading fees. You want an account, you want a brokerage that has no trading fees because you don't want any more money than necessary, okay, getting taken away from your gains, okay? Getting taken away from your gains. You don't want any more money than necessary being taken away from your gains that you make inside of your account. You want no to low minimum. So you want to be able to start this account. Okay, I say no more than 500. If it takes more than 500 more than 500 to open up an account, right? I say don't do it, right? Not saying that you can't, but I'm just saying don't do it because most people, they just want to get started. They want to invest what they can. And most people are not able to put up $500 to start with. But if you can, right? If you do have $500, people have been saving more money than usual, okay? Especially since the pandemic. So if you have $500, right, I'm going to recommend my favorite app, actually. In order to open up a Roth IRA, you need $500. That's the initial deposit, but all that money goes to you. But anything over than that, no, I wouldn't do it, okay? Fractional shares, this is important. This kind of goes back to low minimums. So we want to get involved, and we want to be able to invest whatever dollar amount that we have available, okay? Because as you will see later on, right, I'm going to show you how much you can invest and how much that turns into. But if you're in an app that doesn't let you buy fractional shares, it will not work because you won't be able to buy some of the ETFs and stuff that I show you here tonight. Okay, number 2, you want something with an auto invest feature. An auto invest feature, that's very important. What's going on, Tyler? You want something with an auto invest feature, an app with an auto invest feature. Why is this important? I highly believe that the more emotional, I highly believe that money is emotional, and the more emotions are involved with your money, right, the less money you will have and the worse off you will be with your money. So if you're able to automatically invest and let the system work for you, okay, and you eliminate the emotions involved with money, the more money you will have in the long run and the better off with money you will be. But it has to be automated. You cannot make emotional decisions when you're trying to build wealth. You have to let wealth do its thing. You have to let compound interest, this thing down here, take over and help you build wealth and help you create your account. Okay. Lastly, stocks, bonds, and ETFs. You want an account that's going to allow you to invest in these 3 things. Okay. Specifically, ETFs, right? Most importantly, ETFs, stocks, bonds, and ETFs, but most importantly, ETFs, because I believe everybody should start with ETFs. Okay. So this is very important. This first thing, find a brokerage/investment bank, right? That's going to have all these features, right? All these benefits included. Okay. So do we have that so far? Does all of that make sense? Does all of that make sense? Okay. Let me know in the chat. Does all of that make sense? Yes, no, maybe so in the chat. Yes, no, maybe so. All right. If that makes sense, I'm going to go ahead and step to the side and let you screenshot. All right. Listen, if you have any other questions that I'm not able to answer on this live, you can always join our free group. That's at the link in the bio. We got over 2,000 people inside. We're doing savings challenges. All these notes are inside. We do classes. Okay, so make sure you tap into our free group at the link in the bio. And if you want to get my ebook, it's $15 only during the live. So if you want to grab my ebook, okay, if you've been waiting to grab my ebook, you want to learn how to become financially free, grab my ebook at the link in the bio as well. $15 only while we're live. After that, it goes up to $27. Okay, so y'all should have a screenshot by now. What is an ETF? Good question. An ETF. Actually, I'm going to get to that towards the end. All right. So let's get to number 2, open an investment account. So these are a few examples of some individual investment accounts. Okay, starting with the individual. So what an individual account is, that's just your regular brokerage account. So this is the account that everybody can open up to put money into to begin investing. Okay, this account really has no tax advantages at all, right? There's no tax code. There's nothing attached to it. This is just a regular account. If you buy something inside this account and you take money out within less than a year, you're gonna have to pay taxes on that at your income tax rate. Okay, if you hold it for more than a year, then you're gonna pay what's called capital gains tax on that. And depending on how much it is, I believe it goes up to 20%. Okay, but so the max that you're gonna have to pay on, a certain amount up to, I believe, 400,000 or more is gonna be 20%. Okay, below that it's like 15 and then 10%. Okay, so that's the individual account. The Roth IRA, this is my favorite of the 3. Okay, the Roth IRA is great, and I'm gonna show some benefits. I'm gonna show some cons, and matter of fact, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna pull it up right now so that y'all can see the cons and pros of the of the Roth IRA. 1 second. Let me see if I can bring that up. All right, here. So this is the pros and cons of the Roth IRA. I'm sorry that it's like this, y'all. I'm sorry that it's, larger than what I expected. But here's some of the pros, okay? And here's some of the cons down here at the bottom. You have a Roth IRA, that's great, Patty Cake. That's great, Patty Cake. So a Roth IRA, here's the benefits. Tax-free growth. Tax-free growth. That's number one. So that means that whatever money that you put into this account is going to grow tax-free, right? And whatever that you decide to retire on, whatever amount after 59 and a half that it grows to, you can take out completely tax-free. That's what that means. Number two, you can withdraw what you contribute at any time. So what this means is, so for those that are, worried about, your funds being locked up or you not having access to your money, okay, with the Roth IRA, you can always take out what you contribute. That's because this is a after-tax account. This is a post-tax account. Okay, this is a tax-free growth account, meaning that the money that you put in is already taxed. So any money that you put in, you can take out at any time. Number three, there's no minimum distribution. So what does this mean? This means that so with your 401k, there's an age, I believe it's 72. 72 is the age that you have to start taking minimum distributions. You have to start taking money out of the account. With the Roth IRA, you don't have to do this. So essentially what this means is you can keep this account going for forever and ever and ever and ever without having to ever take money out, transfer the assets to, a loved one, to, your kids, whatever the case may be. And they never even have to take money. They never have to touch the initial principal that's in the account. They could just live off of their interest every single year without having to touch the money inside the account. That's a gem. That's a gem. I want y'all to understand that this is a gem. This Roth IRA is major for a lot of us to help us build wealth. Okay. Number five. Okay. Or number four, you can withdraw up to $10,000. Okay. No penalty for first time home buyer higher education expenses. How many of y'all knew this? How many of y'all knew that in the comments? How many of you knew that you can withdraw up to $10,000, no penalty, no taxes for first time home buyer or higher education? Okay. How many of y'all knew that? Because a lot of people do not. A lot of people do not know this about the Roth IRA. So there's that's not the only one though, but I think this is the best benefit. This is one of the best benefits of the Roth. Now there's other ways. You just have to do your research, all right, and check on it. Okay, there's other things such as, if you're disabled or, other things that happens, you're able to take out $10,000, no penalty, no taxes, no none of that. Okay, especially for first time home buyers and higher education expenses. All right, that's major. So now that we got the good stuff out of the way, let's talk about the bad stuff. Okay, well, this is not necessarily bad stuff. I'm just, these are just cons or limits or requirements in order to, to invest into the Roth IRA. Okay, so first off, there's income limits. The income limits up to $140,000. Okay, that's for 2021. 2022, that goes up to $144,000. So if you make more than $144,000, you won't be able to contribute to a Roth IRA. However, big however, okay, how many of y'all knew this? There is a loophole in the tax system right now called the backdoor Roth. If you go to the IRS website, you can look this up. It's literally, a loophole, but you can do the backdoor Roth if you make over $140,000 by contributing to a traditional IRA, which is the next account that we're going to talk about, and then convert it to a Roth IRA. Okay. Most people do not know this. How many of y'all knew that in the comments? How many of y'all knew that there was a backdoor Roth? There's a way that if you make more than the income limit for the Roth IRA, that you can still invest into a Roth IRA. How many of y'all knew that? Okay. Yes or no in the comments if you knew that. Yes or no in the comments. All right. So that's called the backdoor Roth. You can look at it, or you can do more research on that on the IRS website. Okay. So there's a lot of benefits here. There's a lot of benefits. So a lot of people didn't know that. So I'm putting y'all on game today. If you are learning something so far, double tap. Let's get it to 3,000 likes. If you're learning something so far, double tap. Let's get it to 3,000 likes. Okay. So next, you can't access the growth/earnings. Okay. You cannot access the growth/earnings of the account. Okay. Before penalty free until after 59 and a half. as you can see right there. So you are not able to access the growth, the earnings of the account until after 59 and a half. So that's a con, right? That's, that's a negative, I would say. It's not to me, it makes sense, right? Because the longer you invest it, the more money you make, right? And the better it'll be for you in the long run. But you cannot access the growth or the earnings. So let me illustrate that with some numbers. So let's say you put in $50,000, okay? But the account grows to $200,000. Before 59 and a half, you cannot access the $150,000 of that $200,000 because that is the growth of the account. Okay. However, you can at any time take out 50,000 because that's what you put into the Roth IRA. All right. So does that make sense? Yes or no in the comments. Does that make sense? Yes or no in the comments. Let me know if that makes sense. So you can contribute 50,000. It can grow to 200,000. You cannot touch the 150,000 of growth before 59 and a half, but you can always take out the 50,000 that you put in. Does that make sense? So that is a con. That's a negative because you aren't able to touch the growth. Okay. But if you anything like me, if you believe like me, if you think like me, okay, you want that growth. You want compound interest to take over that account and continue to grow that account so that you can get to the million mark. You can get the 2 million mark. You can get to the 3 million mark. All right. Then we have next is you're in control. So the reason why this is a con, the reason why this is a negative or a con is because the fact that you're in control is because instead of like an employer account where they kind of force you to invest into a 401k, not force you, but it's just something that's automatically done. If you don't do it, if you don't do anything, they kind of automatically, enroll you into the employer plan. But with the Roth IRA, it's all up to you. It's all up to you to open the account. It's all up to you to pick what you invest in. It's all up to you to add money to the account. So that is a con. That's a negative. Again, when emotions get involved, right? And, things come up in our life or small things or birthdays or anniversaries and stuff come up in our life. All right. We sometimes put investing on the back burner when we should be putting it on the front. That should be the first thing that we contribute to every single month or every time we get paid. Okay. But so that's why this is a con. That's why this is a negative, because usually people let their emotions get involved and it prevents them from building wealth or even opening a Roth IRA. Okay. So does that make sense? This is the Roth IRA. This is the second account. I'm going to talk about the traditional a little bit. I don't go as much into depth as this, but we're going to talk about the traditional as well. So if you learning something so far, let's get it to 5,000 likes. Go ahead and double tap. Let's get it to 5,000 likes. Okay. If you want to take a screenshot of this, you can. If you want to take a screenshot of this, you can. I'm about to switch to the first page that I was on, where I explain exactly how to invest. But in the meantime, if you want to join our group, this is the time right now. Go ahead and join our group while everybody is screenshotting. Okay, join our free community. It's at the link in the bio. We got over 2,000 people inside the group. We do savings challenges. We have 10,000 in 100 days savings challenges. We got 20 days left. We've been doing that since the beginning of the year. We got a 26-week saving challenge where you save $7,000 before October. So we got a lot of stuff going on inside the group. We do classes. We just had a class yesterday, which was phenomenal. A lot of people learned something valuable inside of that class. Plus, you're able to get these notes without having to take screenshots. Okay, so y'all should be done taking a screenshot. Let's get it back to the first page real quick, just so we can go back over the traditional IRA. Okay, so let's look here. This is the page that I want. So let's talk about the traditional. So the traditional is also an investment account. Now, this is not a tax-free growth account. It's considered tax deferred. Okay, so I did a TikTok on this, basically describing or explaining what tax deferred means. Tax deferred means you do not pay taxes up front, but you will pay taxes on the back end. Tax deferred means taxes are not taken out right now. They are taken out later, okay? So no taxes now, taxes later. No taxes now, taxes later. So the traditional basically works like the 401k, okay? How many of you are familiar with how 401ks work? It being tax deferred, you put money in there, okay? It grows, and then once you get to retirement age, you're able to take money out, and it's going to be taxed at that time, okay, at your income tax rate. Okay, how many of y'all are familiar with that? Yes or no? So just like the 401k, the traditional IRA is the same exact thing. Okay, except the income limit is 6,000. Not the income limit. The contribution limit is 6,000 per year. Just like the Roth, under 50, 7,000 per year, over 50, just like the Roth. All right. So the main difference between the Roth and the traditional is the income limit. So with the Roth, there is that income limit. With the traditional, there is no income limit. That's why you're able to invest, right? That's why you're able to do the backdoor Roth with the traditional by contributing money. If you make over 140,000, you're able to contribute to the traditional IRA and then convert it to a Roth IRA with that backdoor Roth strategy. All right, because there is no income limit for the traditional IRA. All right. With the traditional, there's also a minimum distribution age of 72, just like the 401k. So everything works, right? Just like the 401k. By the way, if y'all have questions, put it in the Q&A box. That way I can answer it at the end. All right. The last like 10, 15 minutes, I'm going to answer questions. Okay. I'm going to answer all the questions as many questions as I can in 10 to 15 minutes at the end. So make sure you put all your questions inside the Q&A box down at the bottom. All right. I appreciate y'all. So after we find a brokerage account, after we open up an investment account, okay, these three are some good ones, right, to get started with. Next, we want to transfer money to the account. Okay. I'm going to go through this quickly because this just needs to be explained. So most people think when they put money into these accounts, that just putting money into the account is enough. Okay. That's not the case. You have to also invest it. And that's the next thing when I talk about buy assets. But how many of you thought that too? Okay. Don't be ashamed. A lot of people are in the same boat. A lot of people have done this. A lot of people, look at their account and they're wondering why it's not moving, why they're not making no money. Why am I not earning interest? It's because you're not invested. All right. It's because you're not invested. You have to invest the money too. You cannot just put the money into the account because otherwise it's just like a savings account. It's just like a bank account. All right. So we don't want that to happen. We want to actually buy assets. We want to actually invest so that we can take a part of compound interest so our money can grow. Okay. Does that make sense? First of all, does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Does that make sense? So when we transfer money to the account, what we want to make sure that we do, okay, because there's going to be an auto invest feature, hopefully, right? We want to set up auto transfers and auto invest. Okay. We want to set up auto transfers and auto invest because I want you to invest without emotions, emotionless investing. Those who invest. Matter of fact, let me give y'all this illustration. So I believe it was Fidelity. Fidelity did a study, right? They did a study on which accounts performed the best on their platform. Okay, they did this study. I believe it was a few years ago, 10 years ago. Okay, let me give you multiple choice, and then y'all put it in the comments. Out of the people so here's choice number one. Who do you think had the best or had the most money, right? Or had, let me say this, the best performance, okay? Who had the best performance in their account? Here's your first option. Option number one, the people who watched their accounts, all right, every single day. The people who bought and sold the most, basically the people that traded in the account, or the people that were dead. Y'all let me know. So the people that watched their account every single day, the people that traded in their account, or the people that were dead. Y'all let me know in the chat which ones performed the best. Okay, 1, 2, or 3. 1 is the person that consistently watched their accounts. 2 are the people who traded in their account, and 3 are the dead people. Who had the best performance? I should see a 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. Who do y'all think had the best performance? All right, boom. I'm seeing dead. I'm seeing some ones. I'm seeing a bunch of threes. Cool. So y'all get the picture. Y'all get the picture. All right. Y'all get the picture. All right. So the dead people were the ones who had the best performance, ironically enough, because there was no emotions involved. They just let their money grow. They just let their money sit there and continue to grow, right? They set up these automatic transfers. Money was consistently being poured into the account no matter what happened, right? And they were able to increase their wealth, grow their wealth, all right, and have a better performance in their accounts, okay? Number two, we want to make sure the money is invested, obviously. And then, as I just talked about, and then lastly, we just want to make sure that we set up these schedules so that it matches our pay schedule or matches whatever we feel comfortable investing, right? The frequency that we feel like investing into this account. So that could be weekly if you get paid weekly. If you just want to add money weekly, you could do that. If you want to add money bi-weekly, you want to add money monthly, right? It really doesn't matter as long as you are just adding money to this account frequently, okay? Every single week if you're doing it weekly. Every 2 weeks if you're doing it bi-weekly. Every month if you're doing monthly. Every year if you're doing annually, okay? It doesn't matter. You just need to create that system and do it automatically so that there's no emotions involved. Do y'all got that? Do y'all understand that point? Because I need to drive that home. I need y'all to understand that. Because that one thing alone can help you a lot. Okay, that one thing alone can help you a lot. There's 3 different accounts. Somebody asked me what account. I missed it. There's 3 different accounts. I highly recommend the Roth IRA. If you meet the requirements, you don't make more over $144,000. But as I said earlier, you can always do the backdoor Roth. Check that out. That's on the IRS website. Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all take a screenshot for those that want to take a screenshot. In the meantime, if you want to join our community, you can go ahead and do that now while I'm sitting to the side. That's at the link in the bio. Over 2,000 people inside. We do savings challenges. All of my notes are inside the group as well, so you don't have to take a screenshot. Okay, we do classes, all that good stuff inside the group. And that's all for free. That's all for free. So you're able to get all of that for free access. Okay. Next, if you want to get my ebook, you can do that as well. That's $15 only while we live. The ebook is going to break down how to become financially free, right? How to set up your systems, your money management systems, right? Investment systems, how to leverage the bank, all right? How to use your credit card to basically save money, right? And manage your money, all that good stuff. How to save money fast, how to build a 5-figure savings, how to begin investing, all that good stuff inside my book. Okay, it's $15 now. It's an ebook. So, that's going to be $15 while I'm live, $27 after the live. Okay, so let's get this to 8,000 likes, y'all. Let's get it to 8,000 likes if you're learning something so far. If you go to the link if you click the link in my bio, right, that's going to take you to my page. Make sure you tap on join our community. Make sure you tap on join our community. Yes, I do one-on-ones. DM me on Instagram if you want to do a one-on-one, or join our group and ask me about the one-on-ones. Okay? DM me on Instagram about the one-on-ones because I'm very selective on who I do one-on-ones with, because people like to set their appointments and then, dark house me, ditch me, right? I'm not with that. So I'm only going to do one-on-ones with people that's serious, and I only do 5 per month anyway for that reason. So if you want to do a one-on-one, reach out to me on Instagram. Or join our group, join our community at the link in the bio, and ask me about the one-on-one, and I'll send you the link inside our group. All right, so let's get to this. Let's get to the next point. Buy assets. So the assets that I'm talking about are high-quality stocks like Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Tesla. Those type of things. I probably missed one, right? What I said: Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Tesla. Okay. For the most part, that's pretty good. Okay. So stocks are cool, but what I think are better are diversified ETFs or index ETFs. Okay. ETFs. So somebody asked me what ETFs are. So ETFs are exchange traded funds. What that means is it's a fund. It's a basket of stocks, right? A collective group of stocks that trades on the New York Stock Exchange. So what this is, for example, if we look at VOO, if we look at, where my finger at? If we look at VOO, okay, VOO, yes, I did post about it today. I did. If we look at VOO is the S&P 500. What this ETF does is it tracks the S&P 500, which is the top 500 stocks in the U.S., okay? What you're going to get is access to the 500 best companies in the U.S. which is good. That means you automatically diversified across all different sectors, across all different industries, just the top 500 companies in the US. Okay, that's what VOO is about. The reason I like ETFs, number one, is because they're more affordable. Okay, so imagine buying Google and Microsoft and Amazon, okay, multiple shares of those separately. That's going to cost you thousands of dollars versus investing into VOO or SPY or VTI, these ETFs that track these indexes that give you access to multiple stocks at one time, right? Versus being able to grab it for $300, $400 per share, okay? Not to mention you're able to get in at any price really because of fractional shares. So they're going to give you, ETFs are going to give you access to a bunch of stocks at one time, makes it more affordable. Number two, the reason why I like ETFs is because they are less costly, right? They have less fees. ETFs, VOO, for example, has a 0.03% expense ratio, meaning for every $1,000, that's like 30 cents. If I did my math right. Yeah, for every $1,000, that's 3 cents. 3 cents. Y'all get the gist, okay? My math is off today, right? But it's a 0.03% expense ratio, less fees. Number three reason why I like ETFs is because of there's no maintenance. You don't really have to maintain the ETF. You don't have to worry about which stock to buy, okay? When to sell a stock, when to buy a stock. These ETFs are regulated themselves. They're managed themselves, right? Any, specifically in VOO, any stock that is not performing up to the index standard, they're going to kick that stock out and replace it with a new one. So that's how the S&P 500 works specifically, right? And other ETFs work that way as well. Okay, so that's the main point that I want to drive home with buying ETF and why I think ETFs are perfect for beginners to get started with and to begin investing. Okay, so does that make sense to everybody else? Does that make sense to everybody else before I get to the numbers and show y'all the real magic of what this does and how this works? Okay, $4.16 a share of VOO. So I don't have to buy Amazon separately if I invest in VOO with my 401k. No, you don't. Okay, you can if you want to, but you don't have to because Amazon is part of the S&P 500. So you're gonna automatically get that as part of your portfolio by investing into VOO. Okay, so you're gonna get the performance of that specific index because the S&P 500, for those that do not know, over the last 100 years is average 10%. Okay, that's really good. I want y'all to understand that that's really 10% per year is really, really good. That can turn a little bit into a lot, as I'm about to show you here on the screen in a little bit. Okay. How much of my income should I invest? As much as you can, honestly. Okay. If you can afford to do anywhere between, at a very minimum, 5 to 10%. Okay. Depending on your income, that's good. Next level would be 10 to 15%. That'll be really good. And then of course, anything higher than that, like 20 to 50% is really good. Okay. But obviously, the more that you invest, the better off you will be over the long run. Okay, I want to emphasize that this is not a short-term game. This is a long-term game. Warren Buffett didn't get half of his wealth until after the age of 60. Let me say that again. You just joined the group. Thank you for joining. Warren Buffett didn't gain half of his wealth until after the age of 60. Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of all time, didn't gain half of his wealth until after the age of 60. So it's a long-term game, y'all. I want to emphasize that because that's what we're about over here. We're about investing for the long term. All right, we're about dollar cost averaging. We're about turning small money into large money by just being consistent, by just consistently investing our money. Okay, that's all it takes. And then we don't even have to do that because it's automatically transferred. Right, it automatically happens for us without us having to do it, without our emotions being involved. Okay, I see a lot of questions. If you have questions, make sure you put it in the Q&A. That way I can get to it at the end, all right? If you have questions, make sure you put it in the Q&A. That way I can get to it at the end. Okay, because we about at the end. We're going to get to your questions here in a little bit. Do you know where the likes go from the live go? Up here, that's all I know. That's literally all I know. So speaking of likes, let's get it to 9,000 likes. We're at like 8,000 right now. Let's get it to 9,000 likes. Matter of fact, let's get it to 10,000 likes. Let's get it to 10,000 likes if y'all want to see these numbers, okay? Because this is where we talk about letting compound interest do the work. Letting compound interest do the work. If you want to see these numbers, let's get it to 10,000 likes. That means you probably got to double tap for like 20 seconds max. If each one of y'all double tap for 20 seconds, we're going to get it to 10,000 very, 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 very quickly. Okay? So let's get it to 10,000 likes. In the meantime, if you want to join our group, you can do so while we get to 10,000. If you want to grab a screenshot, you can do so while we get to 10,000 likes. If you want to join our group, that's at the link in my bio. So you just tap here, okay? Then you tap the link in my profile, and then dang, y'all got the 10,000. Y'all got the 10,000 likes quick. Yo, y'all got there quick for real. I appreciate that so much. Dang, y'all got there quick. But anyways, you can join our group at the link in the bio or get my ebook. It's $15 while I'm live only, and then it goes up to $27 after. So let me show y'all these numbers real quick, y'all. Since y'all want to see these numbers, let's see. All right, so I got two here. This is the first one. Can y'all see this? Yes or no? You with TD Ameritrade, bro, we got you. I appreciate you, CEO Jarvis. Thank you so much. Cool. So, all right, bet. So investing this per month turns into this in 30 years. All right. Investing this per month turns into this in 30 years. $50 per month, y'all, turns into $122,000. $100 per month, y'all, turns into $236,000. $200 per month turns into $462,000. $300 per month turns into $688,000. $400 turns into $914,000, and $500 turns into $1.1 million. Do y'all understand the power of compound interest? Now, what I'm about to show you is gonna blow your mind after this. All right, but this right here is assuming that you make 10% in the stock market. Okay, that's the S&P 500 average over the last 100 years. This is assuming that you start with $500. Okay, it's assuming that you start with $500 and you invest whatever dollar amount that I have over here for 30 years. Okay, for 30 years. Okay, which number? How much can you afford to invest right now? Put it in the chat. How much can you afford to invest right now? Put it in the chat. Okay, again, this is assuming that you start out with $500. So you open up an account, you put $500 into the account, and then you start contributing one of these amounts every single month. Okay, then you start contributing one of these amounts every single month for 30 years, all right, to average at least 10%. Okay, how much can you afford to invest right now? All right, cool. So let me ask y'all this. in the comments. Okay, if you can wait 30 years, can you wait 10 more years? Can you wait 10 more years? If you can wait 30 years, can you wait 10 more years, 40 years? Yes or no in the chat. If you can wait 30 years, can you wait 10 more years? Because I'm about to show you the difference. Okay, if you one of the people that can wait at least 10 more years, right? Again, this is money that we're investing for our future. This is money that we're building wealth with. This is money that's going to change our families' lives, right? That we can pass down, that we don't necessarily even have to take this money, right? We can just live off the interest. We can live by what's called the 4% rule. That's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother live. But we can live off by what the 4% rule, right? And, live off the interest and then pass the rest to our kids so that they can build it up even more and live off the interest. But if you can wait 10 more years, I want to show you this. Okay? Because this is y'all going to be like, dang. 10 more years does this. If you can wait 10 more years, I'm going to hide it just so y'all don't see it right off immediately. All right? So first, let's look at 50. If you wait just 10 more years, and this is the power of compound interest. This is what compound interest does. If you can wait 10 more years, that $122,000 from investing $50 a month turns into $343,000. It doubles in 10 years. Okay, same numbers, right? Start out with $500. You invest this amount per month. You earn at least 10%. Okay, for 40 years. That's what that turns into. Check this out. Check this out. Let me see if I can. All right, $100 per month. It triples. 659,000. 10 more. Just waiting 10 more years. Just waiting 10 more years. Okay, $200. Let me move out of the way. Y'all don't. I don't need to do this. 10 more years, $200 a month, 1.2. 10 more years, 1.9. 10 more years, $400 a month, 2.5. 10 more years, $500 a month, 3.8 million. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay. How many of y'all are getting some value from this live? How many of y'all are liking this live so far? Double tap. Let's get it to 15,000 likes. Double tap. Let's get it to 15,000 likes. Right. If you can do this, right? Or if you're getting some value, if you're getting some value from this live, let's get it to 15,000 likes, y'all. Let's get it to 15,000 likes. Okay. I see somebody say they'll be old. Okay. Well, somebody's saying that they're already old. Okay. Do you plan on living another 30 years? Do you plan on living another 40 years? If so, right, it's the same thing. It's the same numbers. Nothing really changes, right? It's just about doing this, right? Being able to add a certain dollar amount over the same amount of years, okay? And I'm going to be honest, right? The way that technology is going right now, the way healthcare is going, biotechnology is something that's coming up, right? It's something that's improving. We're going to be living longer. Okay, we're going to be living longer. So if you 40 right now, if you 50 right now, okay, you still got 30 years. You still got 40 years. Okay, I want you to think about that. Okay? I want you to think about that. So this is powerful. This is the power of compound interest, y'all. If y'all really getting some value, let's take this to 20. Let's take this to 20,000 likes. If y'all really getting some value. Okay? I see a lot of people saying, how do we start? So if you want to start with this, okay, I highly recommend that you use an account. Okay, well, I'm gonna give you two options. So you can either use M1 Finance at the link in my bio, right? That's how you can get started with this. You're gonna start with $500. You're gonna need $500 to begin with, right? And you can invest whatever dollar amount that you want to. Okay, once you open up the account, $500, investing into any ETF or stock that you want to. I put a couple up there. This is not financial advice. Do your own research, of course, but VOO, VTI, SPY, Apple, Microsoft, Google, those are all good ones. And you invest in that using M1 Finance, and then you can automate the whole process on M1 Finance, which is why it's my favorite, which is why I like it, because I can automate everything. I don't have to do anything but set it and forget it, and it's going to do everything else for me. So M1 Finance, you can do that at the link in my bio. Just tap the link in my bio, go up here, boom, then tap the profile link. Then on that link, you're going to see start investing with M1 Finance. Click that button, and then that's going to help you get started doing this, okay? It takes like 5 minutes to set up the account. You want to make sure that you open up a Roth IRA, though, if you want to grow this money tax-free, okay? If you meet the requirements, you want to make sure that you open up a Roth IRA if you want to get access to this tax-free, okay? The second account that I highly recommend is Fidelity. Fidelity is my second favorite, okay? Fidelity is my second favorite. They have great customer service. And you're able to do everything inside of M1 Finance except automatic investing. Okay. You cannot automatically invest into ETFs and stocks on Fidelity. You can only automatically invest into mutual funds. Okay. Mutual funds are not the same as ETFs. Mutual funds cost a little bit more. Okay. Because of management fees and stuff like that. So, if you want to, keep a few bucks on management fees, then M1 Finance. If you don't care about management fees and you want to get a mutual fund, then go ahead by all means do that with the mutual fund. But Fidelity, you're gonna have to manually go in every single month and do it, okay? Unless they change that. Last that I know, they haven't changed it, and I just looked that up a couple weeks ago inside my Fidelity account because I'm still not able to automate investing into ETFs or stocks. Okay, so those are the two platforms that I highly recommend: Fidelity and M1 Finance. Okay, Fidelity or M1 Finance. You can do all of that the same. TD Ameritrade is cool too. They're just like Fidelity. You can't automate investing into ETFs and stocks. Okay, you have to set up mutual funds in order to do that for some reason. I don't know why they won't let you do ETFs, but hey, that's what it is. Let's see. So let's get to answer some questions. Let's get to 20,000. We're like 200 likes away, y'all. We're like 200,000. We're like 200 likes away from 20,000 likes on this live. Okay. Did y'all get value from this live? Before I answer questions, let me know in the chat. Charles Schwab is the same. Charles Schwab is the same as Fidelity and TD Ameritrade. They won't let you automate investing in the ETFs. And matter of fact, Charles Schwab won't even let you buy fractional shares of ETFs. They only let you buy fractional shares of stocks. All right. Does public let you open up Roth IRAs and other retirement accounts? Because that's the big thing too. If you want access to tax-free growth, you're gonna have to open up a Roth IRA. So those are things just to keep in mind. Okay, those are things just to keep in mind. So let's oh yeah, if y'all are getting value out of this, let me know in the chat. If y'all learned something tonight, let me know in the chat. Or put one thing that you learned from this live in the chat. Put one thing that you learned from this live in the chat. All right. For those that just came in, if you want to screenshot, you can. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. All right. Go ahead and screenshot. Betterment has a management fee, just to let you know, for automatic investing. Betterment has a management fee. Merrill Lynch is probably going to have a management fee. Okay. But if you're okay with that, then that's fine. If you're okay with that, that's fine. Put one thing that you learned in this live in the chat. And go ahead and screenshot this if you want to. What was I about to say? Oh, you can join our group. Take this time to join our group. Join our community at the link in the bio. It's absolutely free. Okay, you can join for free. We do classes. We do save and invest challenges. And all my notes are in there, so you'll be able to get all these notes. All of my notes are in there, so you won't have to screenshot or anything like that. You can just save it directly to your phone. And also get my ebook. It's $15 only while we're live. So if you wanted to grab my ebook and you missed the chance to get it, right, or want to get it while it's $15, go ahead and get it now, because after the live is going up to $27. All right, so that's the main thing. I want y'all to be able to get access to my ebook. My ebook talks about how to become financially free, how to set up your money management system, how to start investing, how to use credit cards to manage your money, how to save money fast, how to build 5-figure savings, all that good stuff. In my ebook. Okay, so boom, I invest my money in the VOO, mostly VOO, the S&P 500 ETF. Okay, the S&P 500 ETF. Now let's get to these questions, y'all. Y'all ready for questions? Y'all ready for Q&A? Let's get it. I'm gonna try to answer as many of these as possible in 15 minutes. I'm gonna try to answer as many of these as possible. If you got a question, put it in the Q&A box. If you got a question, put it in the Q&A. Okay. Dang, where do I go? Okay, there we go. Q&A. Yo, TikTok changes like every day. It's crazy. Last live, this live format didn't look like this. So let me start at the bottom and then work my way up. Dang, it's a lot of questions. Okay. Is there a paper book? Is there a paperback to my book? No, my book is digital only. My book is digital only. Okay. If you want the download, if you want to be able to download my book, that's inside of our coaching program. So if you want to join our coaching program, you can join the coaching program. That's inside the group where we basically do. That's if you need guidance. That's if you need one-on-ones. That's probably the most affordable way to get the one-on-ones. And all that good stuff, as far as like showing you how to set up your accounts, walking you through everything, doing a one-on-one with you to help you create a plan, right, for your money, how much you can invest, how much to save, how much to get out of debt, that type of stuff. Okay, that's inside of our coaching program. Y'all going crazy with the questions. It's good though. This is good. It's good. Where is the best to invest 10,000? So I talk about this a little bit in my book. You want to have a system set up to where you don't have to guess. You don't have to. You don't have to think about what is going where. So if you live by a system, right, you know that if you receive any amount of money or if you have any amount of money, you know a certain amount needs to go here, right? Maybe a certain amount needs to go to emergency savings, a certain amount needs to go to paying off debt, a certain amount needs to go to investing, a certain amount needs to go to building my business or investing back into my business, whatever the case may be. So I would say start there, right? Investing into myself, okay? I would say start there. Create a plan, right? It could be as simple as 10% goes here, 20% goes here, 30% goes there, right? Whatever the case may be, you need to create a plan for that first. But the best place to invest 10,000, I would say mostly is into yourself, okay? Learn to learn skills and to get knowledge and to educate yourself so that you can better yourself and you yourself can turn into an asset. The knowledge that you learn, the information that and the craft that you build, right? In those 10,000 hours of learning something or whatever the case may be, can be flipped into something that you teach somebody else that can make you more money. That's a gem, y'all. That's a gem. I want y'all to understand this. Everything that I learned, everything that I've been through, all of my experience, everything I took and I packaged it and I just put content out there. And this is another source of income to help me generate income just from teaching y'all, just from helping y'all any way that I can. So I would say that's the best place to put $10,000. Next would be into everything that I just talked about today, right? If you don't already have an emergency fund, that definitely, most of that needs to go there. Into your emergency fund, you need to have 6 to 12 months there first. My book is going to talk about all about the foundation. So you need to set up your foundation so that you can prosper in the long run. The reason why rich people and wealthy people are able to succeed and able to prosper, even while everybody else is suffering and struggling, right, is because they prepare. They have the foundation in place so that if anything happens, they good. They can continue moving as if nothing even happened. And they can even start taking advantage of opportunities when those times come. So you need to set up the foundation first for your finances and get yourself in order. All right. And then, invest in the stock market, crypto, real estate, all that good stuff. Just make sure you do your research and learn about it and get with somebody that is knowledgeable in that area that you can learn from so that you make sure you do everything the right way instead of making mistakes along the way. OK, so learn from other people's mistakes. Learn from other people's mistakes. Right. Get the knowledge from other people. That's all about investing into yourself. OK. When can you access your money? So like I mentioned earlier, you can access your money. Anything that you contribute inside your account, you can access at any time. OK, to the Roth IRA. I want to point that out. To the Roth IRA, you can contribute your Roth IRA, right? And any money that you contribute, you can take that out at any time. That's how you're able to access your money. There's other ways too. There's the conversion ladder for the Roth. There's the 72T. There's a whole bunch of other ways to get access to your money early in retirement. For sure. Let's go. Let's answer these questions, y'all. Hey, let's get it to 22,000 likes. If you want to join our group, you can join our group while I'm sitting here answering questions. That's at the link in the bio. It's absolutely free. It's absolutely free. What's up, Jay Styles from Brooklyn? I'm glad you're here for the first time. I hope you learned a lot on this live. You can join our group for absolutely free. You can get my ebook right now for $15 versus $27 only while I'm live. After the live is going up to $27. Excluding real estate, what market would you invest? Stock market. Stock market. I would invest in the art. I am investing in the art, right? Like contemporary art, like pictures, right? Actual pictures, not NFTs. I would invest in the NFTs too. But art is another good asset class that doesn't correlate with the stock market. All right, so that's a gem, okay? Look up art, search for ways to invest in the art, okay? Let's go. By the way, y'all let me know in the chat if y'all want this replay. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all want this replay. Dang, I can't load up any more questions. Y'all putting so many questions in there, I can't even load them up. What about CDs? Are they beneficial? So it could be, depending on your time horizon. If you want something short term, if you basically just want to, excuse me, y'all. If you basically just want to make sure that you don't touch money that you need to put away for a certain thing, Okay, CDs can be good because it's very short term and you're able to earn a little bit of interest on there. But as far as long term, no, because it's not going to keep up with inflation. Okay, inflation is about 2 to 3% per year. You want to be able to at least beat inflation every year. And CDs are not going to let you do that. Amazon split, what is it and why should we dock it? Why should we buy it? I don't know what you're saying there, but Amazon split. So this means that for every, so they're doing a 20-to-1 split, just like Google. So for every share of Amazon, you're going to get 19 shares. So, for total, you're going to own 20 shares. Okay. The price is going to go down, but the value of the stock is not. Okay. That's key. The price is going to go down by 20 divided by 20. Right? But the value is not, because more shares are just going to be put out into the market. Okay. I need to drink of water, y'all. 1 second. All right, boom. We good. We back. Let me say that again. The price of the stock is going to go down, but not the value, because more shares are going to be put out into the market and it's going to be more affordable. So more people can buy. What you can do is you can buy a share now. And then after the stock split, which is, I forgot when the stock split is, but after the stock split, you're going to now have 20 shares of Amazon versus that 1 share. Or you can just wait till after the split and buy then. So what I've learned from my research, from my experience, it doesn't really matter when you buy, either before or after, the split. But, stocks like Amazon, stocks like Google, those are the stocks that you want to buy. All right. That's not financial advice, but it's just, it's almost common sense at this point. So anytime you can buy those for cheaper, at $150, that's a steal. To be able to get in on Amazon at $150, come on. Amazon is continuing to innovate. They're trying to get into different sectors. They just bought a movie theater. Like, come on, they getting into healthcare. Like I said, biotechnology is a big thing heading into the future. So y'all keep an eye on that too. Can you leave your head so I can read the background? I think I did that a few times. We should be good. How can I make 100 bags a year legit? This is the legit way to make 100 bags a year. Okay, so what you want to do is learn a skill, whatever you're passionate about. Wherever you work right now, that job has probably taught you a skill that you can go out and do on your own or teach other people. Right? What you want to get good at is getting good at training other people or teaching other people things that you know. If you're able to do that and you charge, $100 per session or $200 per session, you can easily make 100 racks a year, right? If you set up a coaching program, you can easily do 100 racks a year. If you charge $100, you just need 1,000 people to join that program at $100, and that's $100,000 right there, right? You can do subscription based, so you can do $100 per year. So all they do is pay $100 per year. They get access to you. They you coach them every single week. You teach them a different subject, right? You help them. You teach them how to make money, or you teach them what you're doing, right? You update them when things get updated, right? When different laws and stuff pass, when news comes out, when news breaks, right? You teach them, you update them, you constantly educate them. You're giving them a reason to stay into your program, right? You're going to be able to continuously make $100 per month or per year from every person that's in your coaching program. That's a legit way to make $100,000 a year. All right. Now, is that as easily done as it is said? No, because you got to get good at setting up these systems and everything like that. But let's see. What would you do with 100,000? So this is similar to the other question about the 10,000. You have to set up a system. Like you can't be guessing with money. Like I'm trying to tell y'all, it already got to be a part of your system. Should I get a Roth and buy VOO? In my opinion, yes. I mean, that's what I do, but you got to do what you want to do. You got to do what's best for you based on your research. Hey, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Let's get it to 22,000 likes while we here, y'all. While we here. For the children, how old would you suggest I start? As soon as possible. as soon as possible. If you have a business, right, one of the things that I always talk about is if you have a business, you can pay your kids up to $12,000 per year, and that can be written off on your taxes. Plus, it can be contributed to a Roth IRA, okay, which grows tax free. So you basically get a double whammy as far as taxes. No taxes right there, but it grows completely tax free. Okay, that's one way. The other way is a custodial account where you can invest for your kids, right? You open up an account for them when they turn 18, 21, right? Then you'll be able to invest. When they turn 18 to 21, then they'll be able to take over the account and start investing. Or you can do a 529 if you expect them to go to college or anything like that. So it's a few options when it comes to kids. The Roth is definitely like the best, but if they aren't making income, they have to be making income to do the Roth. If they aren't making income, the custodial would be the second best. Let's see what we got. We got 5 more minutes. We got 5 more minutes. All right, so you're trying to find the ebook. The ebook is at the link in my bio. If you tap right here, and then you tap the link that pops up, that's gonna take you to my page, my link page. Tap on where it says "Get my ebook." Grab my ebook. That's where you get the ebook. What's your advice for a 23-year-old to start investing? You're 23, so you're able to open up an account. You're able to open up an account since you're of age for yourself. So I would open up, if you're making income, if you have a job, I would open up a Roth IRA, right? And start investing into your Roth IRA, whatever dollar amount that is. At 23 years old, let me do the math, okay? At 23 years old, if you do, I don't know how much, I don't know if he's still here. I don't know, because I don't want to waste too much time. But if you do $100 per month, if you start with $500 and you do $100 per month until retirement age 67, and you average 10%, okay, that's about $1 million right there. Just $100 per month starting at 23, just doing $100 per month. Anybody can come up with $100 per month if they really wanted to invest. So that's a good option for you. I highly recommend that. Now, this is not financial advice. Do your own research, right? Check that out. If you want to, you can do that. But that's what I would do. That's what I've been doing since that age. I already explained the Amazon split. Trying to get through these. Now it's all over the place. With Apple being 303, not gonna answer that one. What would a long-term stock market return? I'm not sure. I can only go based on what happened in the past. So the last 100 years, the S&P 500 has gone up 10% per year. Okay, if that happens again, right? If history repeats itself, which it has been doing since the beginning of time, right? Then it should be able to do the same thing. Okay. So we cannot predict the future based on the past, but we can use the past to help us look towards the future. Okay, so using that information, using what happened, using the what happened in the past history, the performance in the past, right? We can use that to help us project what could happen in the future. So if it does, right, I don't want to miss that. I want to be able to gain that 10% per year on the stock market over the long run. But the longer you invest, okay, the time in the market is most important than trying to time the market. That's what I want to make clear right there. Time in the market is what's more important. Hi there from Germany. Wow, welcome Germany in the building. Can I still apply? Yes, you can join our group. You can join our group at the link in the bio. As far as the investing program, as far as like the investment platform, I'm not sure how that's going to work in Germany. I would have to do more research on that one, but you can definitely still apply. And it's a couple people that reached out to me internationally that I kind of want to figure out how you can invest over there, in Germany, Barbados. A few people reached out to me from Barbados, France, like Italy. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. I saw somebody ask about Fidelity. No, you don't have to ask them. You can if you want to. They can walk you through it if you want to call them, but you can set it all up for yourself. How can you invest with Fidelity custodial account? So if you look up custodial account for kids, Fidelity custodial account, it's going to send you straight to it, right? So Google Fidelity custodial account is going to send you straight to the link or straight to the website so that you can open up an account. And it's just like open up a bank account. It's the same exact thing. Let's see what else. I think we got time for like 5 more. I'm gonna do 5 more questions, y'all. Do you have to buy the whole ETF or can you buy a little bit? So no, you do not have to buy the whole ETF. So I believe VOO or SPY is like $400 right now plus. Okay, you do not have to buy the whole ETF. That's why I said in the beginning, if I bring this back up, that's why I said you want to make sure that they have fractional shares. That way you can buy fractional shares. Okay, by fractional shares, I mean if the stock or the ETF is $400, if you invest 100, you're still able to invest, but if you invest $100 for a $400 share, you now own a quarter of a share of that stock or ETF. Okay, some platforms allow you to do this, some don't. So choose wisely. Choose wisely. But yes, you can buy a fraction of an ETF, depending on your platform. Can you open a 529 with Fidelity? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I already answered that one. Hey, I appreciate y'all for sticking on this live with me. Let's before we end, let's get it to 25,000. Let's get it to 25,000. Let's get it to 25,000. You can get the book at the link in my bio. If you want to download the ebook, you got to join our coaching program to get the actual download. Can I add money each month into the Roth IRA account? Yes, you can. So you can set it up however you want to, depending on your platform. Okay, once you set it up, that's really all you have to do, and then you can let it just do its work, for however long that you want to. Okay, so you can set it up to where it contributes money or invest for you every month, a certain dollar amount every single month. I don't have the $500 for M1 Finance. Any loopholes? No, not that I know of. I would say you don't have the $500. I would say just save $500 as quickly as you can. Or if you want to be like savvy, I don't know. I don't want to say something that's, I don't know. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. But I would just say just save $500. And then when you save it, then start investing. Okay. Or just open up a Fidelity account. You don't have to do M1. I know, I talk about M1 a lot and I mention that a lot. But if you don't have the $500, get started where you can, or just save it till you have it. Because if you want to wait so that you can get access to the automated savings and automated investing, then absolutely just wait, right? There's nothing wrong with waiting. Okay. If you save $100 per month, that's just 5 months that, you're going to have to wait to put into the M1 Finance account, right? So that you can start investing with M1 Finance. But I would say do that, okay? Tax refund is a good idea, absolutely, okay? You can do that. Or, if you have an emergency fund, just take $500 from that, put it in there, and then just reimburse your emergency fund, right? Just to open up the account. Because you can actually add the 500 to M1 Finance without investing it, right, at first, and then just re-up your emergency fund and then start contributing to M1 Finance. So you don't have to invest it as soon as you open the account, because I know you're probably worried about, what if the value, what if the stocks goes down, and I don't have $500, okay? You can just open the account with $500 without investing it first. All right. So you can do that. You can do that, to be clear. All right. So I'm going over time a little bit, but Let's see. We got one more. I'm trying to find a good one. Do I invest in the Bitcoin? Yes. That was a quick one. This is gonna be a long one, but I mean, I could go all day about this one, but basically, term life insurance. I rather term life insurance because it's more affordable and you're able to get more coverage for less. The key is though, most people forget this part, and this is why I always talk about investing. The key is you need to invest while you have the term life insurance so that when the term is over, you have more money invested than the coverage of the term insurance. Does that make sense? So if you have a $500,000 term life insurance policy, a 30-year $500,000 term life insurance policy, you want to be investing over those 30 years to build over, at least $500 or more investment account. That way you're self-insured. Now you don't really necessarily need the life insurance because you already have the assets, right, to cover anything if something was to happen to you. All right, so that's my opinion. That's what I believe. I believe in term. Okay, there's return of premium policies out there as well, but that's what I believe in. I believe in term life insurance. Okay, for most people, because it's the most affordable, you can get the most coverage. It's going to cover the most in case something was to happen to you prematurely. Your family's going to get access to the coverage amount, and then they can continue to grow your assets over that time without touching your actual assets while they're growing. Because again, like I mentioned, we need to let compound interest do its job. We cannot interrupt it by being emotional or events come up like, a death or something like that. Okay, we can let our insurance take care of the costs, our income, and things of that nature, and then let our assets continue to grow. Okay, so that's it for the day, y'all. That's the last question I'm gonna answer. I gotta get off here. But I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for sticking around with me for Financially Lit Fridays. Again, if you want to join our group, you can join our group at the link in the bio. It's called the Money Mindset League. We got over 2,000 people inside. We do savings challenges, classes, and all my video notes you'll be able to get inside without doing a screenshot. And if you want to get my ebook, go ahead right now while you can. It's $15 before I change it back to $27 after the live. Okay. And then if you want this replay, make sure you're inside the group because people inside the group are going to be able to get access to it first. Okay. Join my VIP list or my email list. Okay. By just joining the group basically, or subscribe to my YouTube because I'm going to put it up on YouTube, but people inside the group are going to be able to get the replay first. All right. So I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Double tap as much as you can before I get off this live. Let's run these numbers up. Let's run these likes up for TikTok just so that they know I'm putting out some good value for y'all before I get off. But I appreciate y'all, man. It's time to take it to the next level. It's time to get your money in order. 2022 is the year of execution, right? The year of getting things done. The year of going after what you want to get done, right? Going after what you want to happen in your life so that you can have more options, so that you can do more of the things that you want to do, and just simply just being free, y'all. We tired of being stuck. We tired of, having to do things that we don't necessarily want to do. Now is our time to do the things that we want to do when we want to do them. But we have to take accountability, right? Hold ourselves accountable and put in the work so that we can get the things done and set up the things that we need to set up as far as our foundation to become free and to give ourselves these options that we want to have in our life. So y'all be good. Again, y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Make sure y'all tap into our group. Y'all will love it. It's a lot of great gems that I dropped inside of there. And grab my ebook before the price goes back to $27. All right. Until then, remember, believe in yourself, invest in yourself, and most importantly, love yourself. Peace, y'all. Y'all be good. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend.